Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of your Denver-based podcast crew, we appreciate you joining us for the Friendly Vibes.
Coming to you live from CSS Universidad. It's Top Shelf Studios. It's you see it in front of you. It is real. They're in the same room. They're live on the pod together. This has been like the dream guess. Since the origin of the show, these two men, we've been on a long track to get these two men in this room. In an election cycle.
It's been a lot.
With Trump on the ticket.
Trumper.
Ooh, golly. This is why we buy multiple SD cards. I wish I didn't have to work and had a hard out. Goddamn, I'd make this pod go on forever.
Multiple.
To my left, the most requested, hey, can you get that guy back on the pod guest of recent.
Nice.
I don't think it's for good reasons, but you're back. And then to his left, one of my oldest friends in the world, perhaps my oldest friend in the world, Chris Albrecht.
Fuck Nathan, right?
Well, I mean, Nathan moved in third grade.
Damn,
this guy was there in kindergarten.
Yeah, the list. You just erase him and put him.
Klüber's on top.
You're like, all right, he's moved. He's out.
No one gets out on the Sean game. Sean's not an out kind of guy.
Yeah.
People walk out on Sean. Sean doesn't walk out on you.
That's fair. That's very
Come
fair.
on.
Lost in the Amazon grind.
So Trump did a rally yesterday in Butler, Pennsylvania. Did you see this? Where he got shot. The same exact venue, same exact setup. He opens the rally with, as I was saying, and the crowd.
That's insane. Is
what
this the same
great line to
is this
open
the same
that rally.
that Dark MAGA was at?
Dark MAGA on the roof, the slope roof.
Oh my gosh, Dark MAGA. No, dude, Elon Musk's new
Oh,
thing.
dude, he's jumping for
Dark MAGA.
That's what Elon Musk's name is?
Yeah, he's got a black MAGA hat, and he introduced himself at a rally as Dark MAGA.
What a douche.
That's a little bit empire-ish. Let's take it.
Yeah, why not Darth MAGA?
No, dude, he did an Emperor Palpatine face to Trump as he walked up to the stand. I'm not even kidding. Like, I wish this was satire, but it's not.
That's so funny.
You'll have to look it up. Hey, Sam, can you pull that up? Oh, yeah. That's right.
Fuck you.
You'll love this video. I saved this for you from yesterday. This made me laugh for probably way too long, an uncomfortable amount of time. I will overlay the video in this, but gentlemen.
Most tweens in America are fawning over Bieber, Swift, and Styles. 11-year-old Paisley Gardner of Des Moines, Iowa has a different idol, a singer she kept hearing on the radio.
Sounds like an angel somehow.
Sounds like an angel.
Yeah.
Michael McDonald.
It's just that the rest of it is amazing, but I gotta pause there. They're kind of the voice of an angel, Michael McDonald.
I 100% that was going to one of John Hinckley's YouTube videos.
Trent makes music now. I forgot.
They missed a good plug with that. They should have. That would have been a good cut.
You're a meme lord for real. That's hilarious.
I sent you some foul shit on Instagram.
But you do it every day.
Yeah.
Get yourself get a
Alex, tell me more about this foul shit.
This guy, he tries to just make me lose my job. He hopes I'm opening one of these in a meeting.
What pages are you interested in? Let me hear some page names. That's what really gets me.
I had a guest after Alex. This is great content.
He's getting
you want to describe it?
Yeah,
that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
I like a lot of black humor pages.
I don't see the issue in that. That guy was living his best life.
Yeah, it's one of these guys.
It's more ass than I get on an average day on the walkway. You know what I mean? Like down in Fremont. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I saw someone light someone that was like, having a tough time. That was in Kensington. In PA,
dude, Kensington,
and just got lit on fire, and you're watching this dude slowly start to ignite.
Wait, like a homeless?
Yes, like a homeless.
and if they wake up, they're like, "Hey, man," and they go back to sleep. Just let it burn. Like, dude, they don't like.
They're on so much opioids, dude.
That shit.
Free opioids?
Like fentanyl, dude. The
cheap, dude. Did you know one pill, like one fent pill, like the blue pills that most people get and are crushing up? One of those costs like $3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now it'll get you high for like 11 hours.
Wow.
Like fuck that. Dude, I mean, maybe not like a serious addict, but like to an average user, like I've never.
That's
done
crazy. Yeah, you knew where I was going with that.
Dude, you know, I didn't know this. I thought I knew a lot about drugs. The fentanyl, did you know that literally has nothing to do, like, a lot of people are like,
Some science.
It's a neurological thing.
Oh, and it binds muscles in your spine to where, like, your spine is, like,
Shut up, yeah.
numb. And I'm like, no, apparently that's not why. Apparently it's because if you lay down or, like, you do anything that requires, like, your body to, like, rest in a resting position, you'll fall asleep and it'll waste the high. So these people are doing everything they physically can not to allow their bodies to, like, get into a position of rest and sleep. So they're literally essentially, like, passing out but fighting their bodies, like, every natural instinct to go to bed so they can enjoy the high for just a little longer. And that's what it turns into.
What?
Yeah,
That's so
crazy.
sad.
Yeah,
dude.
so they're just trying to, like,
Fuck 'em
just
all.
a little, like, couple more minutes before
Dude,
they
you
fucking
gotta
just
realize-
crash.
Okay. Like, I don't know
Wild.
what your opinion on this is. Chris might share my view. We're like, all of us, even us from the extreme privilege we're from or whatever,
Yeah.
like,
We both did, but like,
Yes.
damn proud of it. All right, what's up?
I like
even from our place of extreme privilege, we're like 10, 12 compounded bad decisions over a short period of time away
Yeah.
from being fentanyl addicts on
I'd
the
say
street.
far less than
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
like 4, dude.
I mean, I could just go, like, I think the
Well-
decision to walk out your door and go find the first fentanyl addict would probably ruin my
Yeah,
life,
right.
you know, because it'd probably be really good.
Well, dude, on that note, with like the Chris, so I like don't drink, right? I like went to rehab.
Yeah,
over
well,
it.
yeah.
But I was like 100 days clean. This was like 3 months ago,
Yeah.
and I
Come a little close to the microphone.
and I like
It'll be a
started
little
to
You can bring it
Come
down.
here, Daddy.
Pull down.
Okay.
How many days are you
Yank it
gonna
around.
rehab?
It's like a bar at the gym.
38.
38.
Yeah,
So
but,
that's a good run.
yeah. But so I like pretty much.
Should I
what
have a big X come over
I
the
got-
screen right now? Like, since days
Dude,
since
Mitch-
the ticker since days since last drink
You're
from
probably
last episode.
going to have to cut this. Went to rehab, and he was in, like, a program. Like, he went to, like, one of those, like, work rehabs, and he was, like, in it for, like, 68 days, bro.
Holy
like,
shit.
that would have fucking...
Well, dude,
oh,
I
Yeah, I
was in
wasn't
for
at
what
one
was supposed to
point,
be a short hold, and it ended up being 21 days.
No,
so.
but I know, that's
You know.
fucking
Well, I
lame.
mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can,
But
I can
even
see
then,
how
dude,
it
it
can-
would get so exhausting. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't even imagine. 21 days in a fucking actual hospital
Yeah.
setting would be horrific.
In a
For six-
hold?
That would be
That's
fucked.
grippy socks, right?
I would be like, I'd be that dude who's like, whatever, the guy from Glass who's just like fakes brain death, but is actually really smart. I'd be trying to leave at like day 10. I'd
Oh,
be like,
I should have, in
oh, he's a
retrospect, dude.
vegetable, and then I just run
If
the
I would
fuck
have just
away.
shut the fuck up, they would have let me out.
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean,
But anyways, I
you never know that.
I
Pro tip,
relapsed
shut the fuck
and
up.
went on a I relapsed and went on like a little Coke drinking bender on the
Fun.
4th of July.
Hell yeah.
And then
For America?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
always
And-
where it happens, man.
But literally though, like
You're too damn
I
proud.
decided to just after like quit my software developer job of 3 years, just was like I'm done, and they were like, why?
I was wondering about that, if you were
Yeah.
still doing that.
Yeah, well, I am. But anyways, so I quit it and then quickly sobered up and realized I was like, like I got to pay $1,800 a month and have like $4,000 to my name. And like my parents were like, do you realize like how kind of close to homelessness you are without us? And I was like, yeah, that's like, we're all like, so okay, we're all pretty fucking close to like
It's
being,
crazy.
you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, I know, like don't fuck around.
Yeah, you can't like that's why I was like, even working 2 jobs and grinding as hard as I am, I still feel like I'm falling behind every single week.
Yeah.
Like, how are
Well,
Americans that have a family doing this?
Just be a Gilbert Grape, bro.
I don't know.
Feed your family, your mom, like way too much food. Let her fall through the ceiling and then just take the home.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's the story of that movie.
Really philosophical.
That's what was
Dude,
eating him,
Leonardo
you could
DiCaprio
say?
plays a retard in that movie.
Mm.
It's fucking insane.
Really?
Best retard portrayal I think I've ever. Dude, he's like, he does the full like, but he's good at it. It's not like it's like
I'm good at
excessive. I mean, of course. But like,
Okay, that's fucking. That's about.
Stephen Hawking.
that's what I get. No, but yeah, I mean,
So, do you have a job right now?
just be careful. Yeah, dude. It's really
Damn, I was
shitty.
gonna
What are
use
you
you.
doing?
Part time washing dishes, bud.
Part time? How many hours a week?
30. So like,
You want to work 10 more hours a week?
Not
Are you
in
hitting
Denver.
on the waitresses?
Not in Denver. That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, all
That's
the time.
fine.
Hey, nice.
Absolutely.
You don't need to work in
I
Denver.
could pull this one girl, but dude, she like her whole family, like she's like hella Italian and like looks like it.
Italian.
And I just like don't want to deal with that sass. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to I don't want to get told. Yeah, I don't want to get told. What
You
to
know what's
do.
funny?
I don't want to get to that.
And so she came the other day. She's like, she said some weird shit, bro. Like it wasn't pooky, but it was along those lines. And I just laughed at her. I was like, we are not
Are you plowing her?
No.
Just a
I'm
work
saying,
wife.
dude, too much words, dude.
A work wife.
Yeah.
But
Crazy
yeah,
shit.
I mean, dude, the thing is most of them are like fucking freshman college kids who need a part-time job.
Oh,
for
no,
drinking
yeah,
money,
no,
so it's
right.
like,
Going near
Whatever, dude. Just
But
the dirty dishwasher
dude,
gives
okay.
them the D.
kids these days, bro. I'm fucking telling you, 18-year-old girls look like they're 13. It's not chill.
It's
I'm
not
like,
chill,
like
okay.
it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's either either way. It's like 14-year-old girls look like they're 20, or
Yeah.
fucking 18, 19-year-old girls look like they're 13.
Okay.
Like, we got a couple young blonde girls that just came in from CU, dude. They literally look like they should be in a middle school
Yeah.
somewhere, like getting like at recess. Like, no, this girl's like maybe 95 pounds, 5'1", like
Yeah.
skinny little blonde girl. Like, she's pretty, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but dude, she just like, she comes into the dish pit to get like silverware, and she's just like,
Probably terrified of you.
yeah, because I stand over her by like 13 inches,
Yeah.
dude, and she's just probably her first job she's ever had. Her parents
Yeah.
are probably paying for everything, and they're
Yeah.
like,
You have to work 10
listen
hours.
here.
So you gotta
Yeah.
do about the
you
world.
gotta really understand how the real world works.
Yeah. Work 10
If
hours.
you want some drinking money.
Yeah, right. That's so true.
So it's just like, you know it, dude. That's 90% of them. And then there's 10% of the just poor people who
poor
unfortunately
college kids.
happen
Are
to have
working in
been
the
born
service
in
industry.
Boulder.
Yeah.
Didn't have the opportunities that
Right.
all the students have.
That's funny.
Yeah, you can just see those guys from a mile off. You're like, oh, yeah, you've been working your whole
Where's
life.
your Lululemon shit? You know?
That's so real though, dude. And like they're all like all the servers that are like, you know, that classic college bond, they're just like, oh my god, like I just can't believe how busy we are, and I just want to tell them all
This
to shut
is
the fuck up.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just have no concept of like actual like issues.
Well, okay.
Right.
But speaking of actual issues,
Here we go.
I rarely get legit riled up. This week, the political events around the natural disaster in the eastern United States.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I'm riled up. The
That
fact that we
photo.
can't send money to people, but we can send as unlimited checks
You know,
to Ukraine and
I'm just-
Israel and
Really? Is that
wherever
what's
else.
going on?
Dude, Kamala Harris tweeted from the VP account this week. Yesterday, she tweeted, this will be like, weeks in the past now at this point, but tweeted like, hey, we have to send money to Lebanon. Here's the money. We're sending $680 million in Lebanon to help.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
Aren't they fighting the Jews?
now
I think now.
now they are because the Jews decided they were.
Yeah.
Also,
Dude,
Chris,
they
you'll
fucking
like this
just
one.
bombed the shit out of Lebanon.
You'll like this,
Really?
They fucking bombed the shit out. Well, Iran bombed Israel.
They're
No,
frisky
here's what happened.
Jews,
And
aren't
then
they?
Israel fucking invaded Lebanon because they're harboring Hezbollah.
Okay.
And then what's also crazy
Oh, no, this is the one I'm going to
is
tell
Israel
you.
also bombed a fucking airfield
That's
in
what I was gonna tell
Syria
you. So-
that is owned by Russia.
So, Alex,
Oh,
so the
no.
whole pool is
we've,
just
we've been sending money to Ukraine,
Clusterfucking.
and we've been like, hey, one caveat of this money, Alex,
Yeah.
is you can't listen, Zelensky. You can do anything you want basically under the sun, but you can't bomb a Russian airfield. We've got this like written in stone thing, like we're gonna keep sending you checks. You just don't bomb any Russian. No offensive bombings against Russian airfields. And then we get a call this week from Israel. Hey, by the way, we bombed a Russian airfield.
Netanyahu's like fucking like he doesn't give a fuck, dude. That
Yeah,
guy.
he's a warmonger.
So I'm gonna paraphrase, but his cabinet made this statement the other day, talking about like what's going on, like pretty much like summing up their whole like all these conflicts that they're pretty much just opening up by themselves, like just tearing at fucking like like crack addict wounds.
Right.
They just can't fucking let it go. They just can't let it go. But so essentially the Israeli cabinet was saying that like this is their time in history. There's never been like such an unprecedented threat to the Jewish people and faith since the Nazis in Germany. And
Damn.
like, if we don't take this time to establish like our Israeli presence and terminate, like pretty much said like the sickness that is Islam,
Nice.
and a little bit more politically,
Sickness.
acceptable words. He said, and if we don't take this time to act and like pretty much end like the conflict, we'll never have another opportunity. So like Israel is essentially on like a fucking warpath to like extinguish the Middle East and anyone around them.
We're trying.
Like in an apartheid fashion too.
Yeah,
Like they're not even
horrible.
like trying. Like dude, they're literally just like throwing Palestinians off of buildings and shit.
Wow.
Like straight up some
That's
SS
evil.
shit.
It's
Like
evil.
straight up SS dudes are throwing like people in wheelchairs out of buildings and like in the 40s and stuff. And now the Israelis, like the people who that was perpetrated
That-
against,
this
they're doing
massive
the
fight was-
same
yes.
thing. Like I could literally put like two videos side by side of SS Nazi soldiers knocking people out of windows and buildings, and then put one up right now of Israel IDF soldiers doing the same exact thing to brown folks. It's wild.
Really?
Unfortunately, it's true, I think.
And you just don't see it in Western media.
So,
well,
Tala gave him so much money.
Tala came on and he's got a great, very generous perspective of like, if people just saw the shit that they don't get to see because of the Western media, they would be like, hey, this is horrific genocide.
That type of stuff, you have to have interest, one.
Aren't they?
And two, you have to look for it. Like, you have to actively seek out stuff like that. Like, you're not going to just see that on CNN or Fox or Twitter. They're just going to be like, hey, look at these look at these Jews just kicking Muslims off this building. Like, they're not just going to post that for everyone to see.
We gotta flip these wings. So we're gonna pause. We're gonna flip it to break with our signature station identification. Right. You're listening to 91.1. Oh shit, was that another plane? That was an AK burp. We'll be right back.
Right.
We're back. We're live. The wings are flipped. They're coming along. You gotta look up. You do some research. I mean, it sounds like Western media got you.
I don't really read too much into it.
Yeah,
I'm not a big politics guy. But, well, I just have sweeping assumptions.
I've stopped reading and I was happier. But then this week with the disaster, I started reading about how, FEMA ran out of money. Why'd they run out of money? Because they spent $700 million this year already, before hurricane season, on hotels, resources, flights for people, migrants to this country.
Oh no!
A large portion of which were on lists of
those guys,
people that are explicitly bad. Like, they know that they're committing crimes in other countries, and that
Venezuelan gangs.
They're not sending their best.
Yeah, right. That's a great point. They're not sending their best. The best are chilling there.
Yeah. Well, apparently we're the ones importing the best, not the best.
Well, dude, it turns out
great replacement theory, federal.
Dude, you say great anywhere in the liberal sphere, and you just they're like canceled. But it's fucking
great
real.
You can't even say it. Say something else.
It's
say
real.
What is it, Chris?
Grip.
So
if you say grip.
So okay,
call it grip.
Essentially is like the whole like. Essentially like a left-wing concept / conspiracy that's not actually like provable, but what they're intending and aiming to do is bring in like a large percentage base of migrants. Like, we're talking like, it doesn't actually need to be as many as you think. Like, we're talking like 800,000 is enough to sway a vote. Like a popular vote easily in this country.
Yeah,
like, you
actually need them in like less in the right counties.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. Wow. And so what they're aiming to do is, with these liberal policies, bring in these immigrants, and then by like literally changing and annulling portions of our Constitution, allow these people to vote in these fucking races,
which they already do. They've proven.
But like to a way larger and more legitimate scale, to hopefully sway these places, and like by essentially impregnating votes in the counties by just busing people who have their vote because that's the only reason they're here.
Yeah, right.
In the first place, why would you vote against the reason you're in America?
Right.
And so essentially over time, you give it like two more election cycles, and these people, like, the population amounts will build in these bases that are like influential, like swing states like Pennsylvania.
Well, and then what will happen is
Arizona,
if they have a kid that, and then you try to get someone, and someone else does get in office, they won't be able to get them out because now they're tied to the kid that was born here.
Those little fucks.
And then essentially and then the right spins it as saying they're replacing white votes.
Yeah, which is silly.
Which, I mean, like, white people can vote whichever way.
Yeah, right.
But they're
growing up in Boulder, we know whites don't always.
We're basically under the assumption that anyone or immigrant they're bringing in is going to vote left, and so that by doing that and illegally allowing them to vote is going to cause elections to be swayed in a sense that's not necessarily constitutionally like correct. But
what do you think?
And if you mention that shit, they just like, it's like salt on a wound.
Yeah.
Like, it's like putting oil on a fire. It's like
allowed.
crazy.
Grip is not allowed in the public sphere.
I think that's really fucked up. I mean, obviously it makes sense. Like, the whole thing. Yeah. And I just hate the shit where, like, I'd love where, like, Texas or something was like, we don't want none of them colors, and then and then just like bust them to Martha's.
Let's be honest.
And then like bust them to Martha's Vineyard, and then they declared like a state of emergency. This was a while ago, but like, it's such a great. It's like the concept of like not in my backyard or whatever. NIMBY
like politics.
Yeah. They're like, let's bring them all in.
Everybody wants to be like all morally right in how they act and their policies and politics, because everyone ties their identity to what they believe now.
Well, Texas just does it better.
I hate that shit.
Texas does it better than anyone else.
Yeah, no, my like question to like just big fucking libtards in Boulder is like, yeah, you see like all these like fucking immigrants in Denver? No, probably. But like, how'd you like if your like sweet innocent daughter's walking down the street and gets fucking violently raped by one? How do you feel?
I don't
now?
think that's happening on the street.
Yeah, it is, occasionally.
I mean, occasionally.
I read from right wing media that glorified. Well,
They're raping the kids.
Yeah. Well,
They're eating the cats and dogs.
I just
I still haven't seen
What
it.
would you think though? You know
what I haven't seen? I'm surprised. Trump
I'd be
hasn't
pretty
done
upset.
Yeah, at immigrants.
But at immigrants. I think though, like on a grand scale, that same girl goes to a really nice high-end college is way more likely to get raped by a frat boy than some random homie on a street.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Statistics say.
Yeah.
Statistics say. And I know that can be a sensitive subject, but statistics say.
I don't give a shit.
I'm surprised Trump hasn't come out and said this already, but like I have the best line written for him if he wants to hire me as like a comma, I call it chameleon Kamala. That Kamala always changing colors.
Pretty good,
And play the
actually.
song, comma, chameleon.
You know, that is wild, though.
Chameleon Kamala.
Aside from Trump's performance at the debate, and regardless of what he said or
Did
how
you watch all the
poorly
debates?
or good he did, yes.
Did you?
Regardless of how poorly
You
or
didn't do your
well
homework
he
for
did.
Yeah.
pod?
Sorry.
Kamala, bro.
Doing something.
You're like Glenny Balls, bro.
Sorry.
Just never had the question. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, from Barstool, right? Yeah.
He just sits there. Dude, he gets paid like fucking $75,000 a year by Barstool Sports to literally fly to these interviews with Caleb Presley and sit there for 4 minutes and eat ice cream.
I'm sure.
And you know why he got hired? He was fast. Dude, he ran a 30-yard dash in the streets of New York, and Caleb was like, this guy's fast, let's hire him.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Like, what a life. What a fucking life.
Yeah, Chris, you need that to happen.
Dude,
You gotta
you're
put yourself
telling
in the
me.
positions.
I just need a little.
But you
just a little
You gotta
luck.
be in the
Yeah,
spot
yeah,
to be
yeah.
able to run that 30-yard dash.
You got Big Schubert goes big.
I could outrun Glenny Balls, bro. If it was me
That's
on
what I'm
that
saying.
street.
You gotta
That
get on the
little
street,
bastard,
though. If
yeah.
you're not in the spot to be in the spot where they go, hey, run a 30-yard dash on the streets of New York.
Aren't we trying to get discovered right now?
True.
Right? I'm just on here to spew my bullshit.
Oh, is that why you're here to get discovered? You're the first actual guest of the show that thinks he's here to get discovered.
Yeah, I did. You'll see me. I fancy myself a Viking. You see my runes?
Oh, yes. We
Yeah.
see the runes.
Yeah.
Speaking of runes,
Lots of people see those runes.
Oh, they do. And they're like, I want to have
Clue's got
sex
some
with
questions
that
about
Viking.
runes.
Okay, I'm just curious if you know this.
Yeah.
You know that like Norse and like Nordic like symbology is like pretty heavily associated with like far right like extremist and like neo-fascist like ideologies. Like
I
it's
did.
pretty much like neo-Nazi
A little bit.
scripture.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
It can be. Well, I'm just saying like to people who aren't like aware and like they're just like like you know like the left who are just like anyone who's and like anyone who does anything associated with this because like do you ever see shit on Facebook or like not Facebook but
Yeah, come on, Chris.
I don't use social media so I reference Facebook because it's the last one I used but like you see those things like how does like lots of Nazis these days don't wear swastikas. There's lots of less like more obscure things.
Yeah,
that
they
they
were
put on
putting
them.
articles out during COVID about how like the "Don't Tread on Me" flag was like, and it's
nice.
on the
like that.
FBI's
But a
like
lot
official.
of times when those are posted, like people are like Norse runes are often symbolic of far eastern neo-Nazi
That
ideologies.
sucks for me, doesn't it?
Well, dude,
'Cause they're all
I have
over
a
my-
Gonzalez flag on my chest.
What's
in
a
the
Gonzalez
FBI.
flag?
Come and take it.
Come and take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to get it into shot, people can't see it.
And
Let the people see it.
they got their chance. You need a wider angle camera, Sean.
This is Sam.
Get fucked.
It's
But,
your fault.
like,
We
in
didn't see it.
2020, the
No.
FBI issued a notice that like that flag, amongst many others, were like far right extremist and domestic terrorist symbology.
Nice. That's good for us. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're like,
So I was like,
branded by this.
Nice. And then
Nice.
so that was
Yeah,
nice.
I got some serious.
So I'm with you. I get it, but I just say like for someone who's like especially like Jews, like don't know, and they'll see that they'll be like, oh, this guy's got to be a fucking Nazi.
Yeah, and then I'm like, shalom. No, I love Jews. Jews are like my favorite.
What's the Hasidic Jew cap? You just put that on
Yeah.
and you just walk out the door.
Yeah, well, maybe I need a Jerusalem flag or something.
You need one of those caps in the back of your pocket, like at all times, just so you can-
Just ready
Yeah.
on the ready. That
just to have like pocket sand, but pocket.
Oh, God.
pocket yarmulke.
Yeah, thank you. God, I couldn't remember the name.
So, Chris,
Pocket yam?
you clearly love talking about world politics. That
Do you think-
much has not changed.
No, I like talking about the world falling apart.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
That
my
sounds
favorite
more
part.
Chris. Yeah.
I don't care about politics. I
Yeah.
don't even vote.
Really?
So
You voted last time,
no, I didn't.
2 ago.
No.
2016,
for
you mean?
Trumper?
No, you voted for Constitutional Party or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I have not voted for a main party, and I think I just put Green Party. I don't even think it was an affiliated candidate. Like, there wasn't even a name associated with it. Well, did you
literally threw the vote away?
Well, did you see our? Yeah, exactly. I mean, why not?
They're importing.
You're throwing your vote away, whatever you do.
Yeah,
like it doesn't matter.
It feels more and more like it.
Like
Unfortunately,
the political pendulum swings and swings and swings, and eventually, like the little like faux pseudo democracy hinge it hangs on is just going to break, and then that pendulum's going to fall in one spot, and then everyone's just going to. It's going to be like New World Order kind of thing, and there's going to be just one democracy. Not one democracy. One governmental function, and not anything like a democracy or republic like we've had before.
Do you remember?
Seriously,
after Trump's first election, I told you that when Biden wins this next cycle, it's going to be worse to swing back.
Yes.
And don't you see Elon Musk jumped on the train and all these other...
That's why we're talking about the ideological hinge here. Like, you can only swing a pendulum so much in the momentum, and it's just going to break, and shit's just going to fucking go off the rails. But, it really depends on how angry people are and how comfortable they are when they get angry. Because, like, if people, like, can't pay bills when this type of shit happens, they're not going to... Nothing's going to happen.
You don't get angry?
I don't get angry too much. No.
I'm talking like justice angry though.
Oh yeah, justice angry.
Like, you know, like
you
where
get justice angry?
Where it's like justified.
Yeah.
Where like, you know what I mean? Like where it's like, oh, they stepped on that black man's neck for selling a cigarette. We better go fucking destroy the city.
I hate that
like
shit.
that type of stuff.
Fucking yeah. Yeah, dude. Tim Walz. Speaking of that, Tim Walz, Minnesota. He was the epicenter of that bullshit. Yeah,
he's wild, man. He's an interesting guy.
I don't like that dude.
Yeah, he gives me an uncanny valley vibe. Like he's like his motives are very ulterior. Like he's like Family Guy, just totally cool, great on paper. There's got to be some skeletons in that closet that are just.
Did you see his filing?
Bleached
He
white.
owns nothing. Huh. Nothing. He doesn't own a home, doesn't own stocks,
that's like too clean. I'm telling you, dude. There's got to be skeletons in that closet that are just like
he's owned.
Like
he's got to be owned.
You open the drawer and they just pile in.
Not even that, or you just made owned, outright
a Manchurian candidate for some other
kind
entity.
of. It seems like that's at the level of politics that we've pendulum swung to.
Well, I mean, I think everyone's a Manchurian candidate to some extent of some corporation or major functioning body. I mean, half the world's owned by BlackRock, and the other half is owned by fucking Warren Buffett. At least in the world, in America, anyway.
Well, at least Berkshire has a lot of their holding in cash, so they're going to respond and own everything after their crash.
Did you see that? Did you see that Warren is like pulling like hundreds of millions of dollars in stocks and like
just sitting in
liquefying it in the cash because he was like, oh, it's going to drop.
It keeps going up, dude. Their asset bubble is just like this money printing machine that shouldn't be. Though. Yeah, I mean, it's getting.
I mean, did you hear that stat that you have to make like $4,000 an hour from 2004 BC to have caught up to the amount of money that Jeff Bezos is made today, like to his net worth? You'd have to be making $4,000 an hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, for like the last 5,000 years to amount the wealth that his net worth is at now.
Nice.
And then you never actually
get it
achieve
because
it
he's already that much.
Because his net worth is growing by $8.2 million every hour.
What?
Every hour that dude is making $8 million.
That's
at least Amazon is a corporation, but like fuck, that's so stupid. Like just 1 hour, you're like set for life. Next hour, set for life. Next hour, set for life. Like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, that's just like that type of numbers and money just doesn't, like, it's crazy to me.
The solution's clearly not take it from him and give it to the government, because the government, we saw what happened during, like, the
great redistribution.
Yeah.
Let's give it to the poors.
I mean, we should be able to give more resources to people, or like legs up, I think.
We should give every homeless person an addict under like the $10,000 poverty line. Just like, you can give them like $600,000 each. And just let it sort out. Let God sort them out. You know what I mean? Because half of them will either be dead by the next morning, or the other half will fix their shit. Right?
Yeah.
In theory, right? Like Schrodinger's fentanyl money box?
Schrodinger's money box.
Like, you don't know until you try it, or you look in?
Schrodinger's State Street.
yeah. Schrodinger's Kensington Ave. Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting theory to, like... I mean, if they let people do psychological experiments,
too much money.
If you did a microcosm of that.
Yeah, like
I mean, they've done that, though. They actually they did it in Denver here. In the city of Denver, they gave them $50,000 of...
Yeah, but that's not life-changing money, though. Like that's a year's
enough
worth.
to
Like
change your life.
It should
like,
be enough
yes,
to change
it's
your
enough to
fucking
get you
life,
into
dude.
an adequate living environment, but like that's not like, you know what I mean though?
Yeah,
like
but you shouldn't be allowed to be a piece of shit.
I know.
Indefinitely.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get
You
that.
can't
I just
strain on
wanna
the
see, I just
system.
want to see
Yeah.
someone do a test, like give like what 20, like a fucking test pool of like 25, 50 people, and just give them stupid money, like
They did it
$500,000
during BLM. They bought houses with it. They bought.
But okay.
Those things, yeah.
But that, like, okay, but there is a nefarious intention there. Like, BLM was made and created, and the people
So
who
I'm
run
saying
it now
every example of
siphoned
this,
all that money.
Every example of this
and
would suggest
capitalized
that
off
they
of
would
it.
they would siphon it
But
off
that's
for
an
themselves.
organization, though. I'm talking giving it to the one low-down motherfucker who's got a cell phone with maybe 2 drug dealers' numbers.
He'll
in
get it stolen from him. There it is.
And I'm just saying, like,
There's
you
your
gotta
answer, I
set
guess.
this up. Like,
Right.
that's why it's a test, Sean. You
Okay.
gotta set it up. You
Interesting.
can't just give this guy a bag with fucking $500,000 in it and be like, have a good day.
See, that seems like a great
that will
show,
not
doesn't
work.
it? Doesn't
Yeah.
that seem like a great
Oh,
show?
Good work. Breaking Bad, $15 million in cash.
That would be pretty wild, dude. How do you think we fix it, Alex?
Okay.
Oh, how do I think we fix it?
He thinks we give them
Homeless?
unlimited bags.
Yeah, how do you think we do it, bro?
We fix homeless, dude.
Okay,
I don't
dude.
know, because like I've been pretty, I've had my issues, right? Like, it's so tough. I don't know. Like, I think you really got to stop being a sack of shit. Like, I know we all three know addiction pretty
You gotta
well.
pull yourself up by the bootstraps kind of guy.
I fucking am. Yeah,
All right.
We've all lost our bootstraps before. All
yeah,
it is.
right. Like, and I'm doing
I swear,
great.
man.
Not good.
You
I'm
make
I
more
pull-
bootstraps, dude.
yeah.
I try to pull the bootstraps a lot. They're heavy, man.
Yeah.
Pulling bootstraps is
It gets old.
I will say,
Yeah.
like,
like digging potholes, making railroad tracks,
yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that's like the tough part is like, like you think about, like for like me, for example, like I
Let's think about you for a
like
second.
felt like I really
Talk about
fell.
you.
I fucking crashed and burned with like not a lot of money and like shit and like, but I had like an education and a working background to fall back on. So like it was pretty easy for me. I like got my shit together
Yeah,
and like
you weren't-
applied for jobs for 2 months.
You didn't have just no papers, and you weren't like,
Yeah.
see, I work. See,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, right,
Like, that
yeah.
could be. It could be.
It could be a lot worse. Yeah, like or so it's tough to say, but like I mean, a lot of it comes to like education barrier, I think. Like I mean, it's kind of crazy that like, like I'm like me and this guy are drinking the same amount of liquor who's homeless and I'm not, and like I get to like go apply for a job that's like, yeah, you can like work from home and make $60K a year doing nothing, like
Yeah, that is a
yeah, you know what I mean?
Windows of opportunity. I mean,
Yeah,
education
yeah,
can be
so
good if you know what you want to do with it.
Right,
sure.
yeah, or
No,
or just don't do
get
gender
something-
studies.
Yeah, exactly. Or get a
Well, that's what I'm
degree
saying.
that's
You
like
do something that's
useful
actually
regardless.
palatable, like that will
Yeah.
like make you money.
Yeah, like I mean, I think the people doing like dumbass degrees are just as stupid as
But,
fucking
like,
the homeless.
My favorite is getting like a master's in education and then going and being like a 6th grade teacher.
Well, you
Yeah,
have to
right?
sometimes.
Like,
It's
what?
like good luck.
Well, I mean, you sometimes need a master.
I mean,
I
well,
like the gender studies baristas.
You
They're my
don't, but I'm
favorite.
just saying, like, that's just an insane amount of schooling to go and do a job, like, in primary education.
Yeah.
So, like, there's just some routes where that just doesn't make sense to me.
And all the routes.
Like, financially, anyway. Obviously, you want people to be educated to educate
Right,
people. That
right,
would be,
yeah.
like, the first, step.
right.
First major.
Did you ever see that show back in the day? My Uncle Bill would always send it to me. Of like, they'd take a successful CEO, millionaire, made person.
Undercover boss?
No, a little different. They drop them somewhere with, I think it's like $100, and they have 2 months to make $1 million, and they all do it. Every single one of them does
that's
it.
bullshit.
No,
though.
no, it isn't, because they start with at the simple degree of like, hey, I need to find a place to live for the week
Yeah.
and food for the week,
Yeah.
and something I can sell, a way to turn over an income that I can then produce into a side thing.
Yeah, and you know what
It's,
they,
like,
and
very
you know what
simple.
they don't show you while they're filming? Is them calling like the nefarious amount of contacts that they've made in their time of
likes nefarious.
creating
No, they don't.
wealth.
They don't get to do
It's
that.
the first time I've used
They
that
don't
word.
get to do any of that. They all do weird different things that they've never had anything to do with. Like one guy had like a cookie shop that he made. He was like an oil baron guy. He's like found a way to sell cookies and get to it.
Some guy tried to do this as a social experiment like recently
Okay.
on like he was posting on Instagram and YouTube and shit, and he's like I was a multimillionaire in like multimedia corporations and shit.
Oh, I did see this.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna be fucking homeless and give all my money away, and they gave it all away. And in 1 year, he was only able to, which is still pretty impressive, going from not even having a home or anything like this, like literally starting with, I think he had his cell phone and like $25, or something like that. But by the end of the year, he's like, I can make $1 million. And he made 62 grand by like literally just starving himself and like pretty much just suffering for like 8 months and then quit. And then couldn't make it the full year, and he was like, wow, that's really hard. But like, dude, the first couple of videos of him like talking about how he's gonna do it, he was so confident, and he was like, just like, oh, this is easy money. Like all these fucking like illiterate stupid fucks on the street are just they just don't want to try. And he ended up quitting because he was like, wow, this is terrible. And like he ended up getting housing like the first 2-3 weeks. Like he wasn't even homeless for like the majority of the time, and he still just was like
It's tough.
I was like, fuck that.
It's a good illustration of how tough it is. Yeah. I don't know.
Especially to go from like wealth and then try that thinking it'd be easy.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
There's like zero. There's like high school, like zero as an adult versus like, I mean, like just having like a
you don't have
family
will anymore
to back you up, you know, and being a younger kid, like that's
the drive of youth is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like when you get to, I mean, I was talking to a comic about like if you don't start when you're in your 20s, like think about trying to go to open mics as a mid-30s guy, you know, as just starting to learn to try to do like, God, that would suck.
Or I mean, just like having a family to help out for 3 months while you're getting your shit together.
You're just some Louis C.K. looking ass. All their family's just dead. You like have no relatives or friends. You're just like, well, that would be rough.
Zero safety net.
But dude, that kind of shit though breeds some of the most like incredible talent. Like that's like the Anthony Bourdains of the world, the Louis C.K.'s of the world, the fucking or a couple others like the Tech Nines of the world, dude. Like all those people are fucking self-made from nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and we're fucked for life. Like literally started their careers like in their early to mid 30s.
Yeah. Damn.
And they're all just like hella famous now. Like great.
So I've been trying to push myself deeper, closer to poverty every day.
Tech Nine did 9 years
makes you better, right?
In prison. Never signed with any other labels. His own independent producer, and is the most successful independent producing artist on ever.
He's and it's the scariest concert I've ever been to.
Across all genres, which I could not believe is the most successful independent artist ever to live, is Tech fucking Nine.
Scariest concert I've ever
Caribou
been to.
fucking Lou, bro.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
He put on a great show. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Dude, he came out when I saw him at Red Rocks in a prison jumpsuit.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Came out in a prison jumpsuit when I was at Red Rocks. So I was like, what the fuck? Look, I would get away from that image.
That was one of the artists we like student senate we'd pay to like get tickets for 20, 50 students to shows.
Yeah, and he does shows like that too, which is wild.
Well, he did it. It was in Cedar Rapids at like the big ball arena of Cedar Rapids,
right?
And we went, and it was like
they were just
so scary, dude.
Goes hard.
Because blood's come out to those shows,
bro.
dude.
Yeah,
damn.
Tech Nine,
dude.
Tech Nine.
Wow.
Just keep saying it. And it gets scary. It's scary.
Fuck that, dude. I'd never go to one of those.
It's also a vibe, though, dude.
It was. I mean, I tried.
He plays Caribou Lou at every show because it's just like his heavy hitter. It's got like a billion fucking views on Spotify or something like that, and everyone just loses their shit. Well, dude, like when you have the whole crowd, the fucking whole sold out show is singing the words like perfectly, like people aren't even fucking it up. Like that shit is wild. You're just like, oh, this is so overwhelming. Like, oh my god, we should go fucking start a riot. We should just go burn Morrison down.
Well, imagine trying to go to sleep as the artist after a show like that.
Like he's probably just like
it's impossible. No, dude.
Oh, for Tech, dude, you do it so many times.
He's done it so many times, maybe.
Like,
fucking snow bunnies, yo.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what that is?
Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah. I work in a comedy club. I have to know what words mean, especially funny words like snow bunny.
Yeah. I followed an account on Instagram.
Oh yeah, did you?
These are the account names I'm looking for.
Snow Bunny University.
Snow Bunny Triple X.
And the comments are just like, it's just like a bunch of like black dudes commenting on sorority like pictures, and it's what you'd expect.
You're like, damn. We run that black train on you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude.
Come on down to 8th and Grove.
Yeah, Grove. Right.
It's a crazy intersection, dude. That's the hardest intersection.
Is that in Denver?
What an album name.
That's a straight up Grand Theft Auto reference.
That's great, dude. 8th and Grove is awesome.
Grove Street, bro. That's where CJ from San Andreas
where they should
gets
run
his ass robbed and beat all the time.
That's where they should run this experiment, Chris, is 8th and Grove. That's the corner they should try giving everyone a bag on.
Corner that exists somewhere.
Let's see. It's in Denver.
Grand Theft Auto is real life caricature. Like it's all based on real life things.
Are you do game, Chris?
I mean, not really. I used to go hard.
Yeah,
I have like. I mean, I knew you played.
Dude, there's an 8th and Grove in Denver. Do you want to go try
to
check it out? You want to check out 8th and Grove? It's right by an elementary school.
Well, look up the original street that Grove Street Grand Theft Auto, like just type Grove Street, GTA, real life street.
You still chill with?
Dude, I no, not really. I'm on Snapchat with him, dude, but I haven't hung out with him in quite a while.
What's he up to?
It's probably been like a year plus.
I've been trying to get up to see him. I've just been working so much. I like got a night off, and then my disposal broke.
Of?
Dude, he's
He just
grinding.
works.
Just grinding.
He's
dude.
literally the foreman of his ranch.
Just grinding, dude.
Monday to Friday. They're out there working. Comes down Saturday, Sundays. Hangs out at his apartment in Fort Collins. At least as far as I know.
So who do you think wins this election?
Not the American public.
Amen.
This guy.
No.
Chris, we know we're all fucked, all right?
Yeah, I do. I see. People say that,
Yeah, but they
don't mean it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't really know.
Well, why do you stress about it? Or even, like, why does it take up space in your mind? What's going to happen? Because I'm like, what's going to happen is going to happen.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm the same way. Like, it's not like it gives me anxiety or I'm like up at night, like fucking Charlie from Always Sunny, like putting a fucking, conspiracy chart together.
Right,
but also at the same time, though, like, I think it's incredibly significant in terms of history of like what's occurring right now.
Yeah. Really?
Like this type of shit in the Middle East, like will be talked about like world conflicts were in our history books when we were kids.
Word.
100%, dude.
Okay.
Like Israel just committed the fucking largest modern genocide since fucking Saddam Hussein gassed the Houthis or not the Houthis, the Kurds. And Saddam Hussein killed 5,500 Kurds with like sarin gas, like just like fucking dropped gas in the civilian town, killed them all. Jesus. That's why they hung him. That's why like half the reason we went to war, Operation Desert Storm and shit, and Iraqi freedom. But fucking now, like Israel made that shit look like a small little like issue amongst the war. Oh yeah, they've killed like 15...
the scale of this is crazy.
Oh yeah, like they've killed like 15 to 20,000 civilians. Like that's not even talking about active Hamas combatants, other people that they don't consider civilians, foreign actors, like all the crazy fucking terrorists flooding in from like Syria. Damn. All those they don't count. They've killed literally almost 20,000 just people that had nothing to do with this shit.
That's crazy.
And those are the same people I'm talking about that they're throwing off buildings, or people that have nothing to fucking do with this shit.
Well,
so sad.
Yeah, it doesn't concern me, but I got time to deal with that shit. I got my own life.
We're an ocean away.
You'd think, here's a terrible joke. The following is a horrible joke.
What?
You'd think with all the money we'd send them, they could just come here and kill the homeless.
Yeah, right, for real.
Kill random innocents.
That's higher on my totem pole.
Well, yeah, it should be.
No,
I mean,
I don't
domestic
care
like
my backyard, bro.
McConnell had this joke he was trying out with Mike's for all. Have you heard about Polis's new policy for the homeless? Shallow graves. I mean, something along the lines of that.
Makes sense.
Pretty good.
Makes sense.
I always laughed at it.
Well, dude, they have now in Aurora, dude, they're making that hotel a big old homeless fucking rat fest.
Yeah.
Won't it be quickly owned by the Venezuelan gang?
Probably.
Hopefully.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that would have taken on
think?
like an actual like crazy like I wish that would have actually been a real thing and out of hand to where like Colorado like local actors had to come in and just like we're shutting this down like a bunch of rednecks and trucks.
Well, did you see the videos of like
shit? I'd have been down there in a heartbeat.
There was some white guys rednecks that drove around down there.
That did happen a little bit.
Bunch of fucking retards. Like all the footage I saw, dude, they just had like a bunch of fucking guns that didn't work and didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Dude, well, like there was like I think other organized crime entities rolled up and were not happy with the Venezuelans. I thought I heard.
Oh,
yeah, like some guys on Harley.
Allegedly,
right?
Really?
Yeah,
well, I saw
they were like, this is where we commit the crime. No, seriously, they're like, yo, like we rob this area of money. Like this is not your.
It happens. Turf.
Yeah, that turf, exactly. Yeah, and I think they were like, you get your essays, get out of here. Like this is we rob these white people. You know.
Yeah.
In layman terms. Yeah, not you. Yeah.
This is a nice area.
Yeah.
Only whites rob other whites.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I respect that. I'm all game for that, you know? I think homeless should be more into their turf.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, yo, I'm the bum on this street. They
just lock down that sidewalk.
Yeah. They're like, hi, Mr. Kennedy, how's your day going? I'm like, good, Fred. Like, I'm just on my way to work. And then, like, they see another homeless, and they're like, I'll kill you with my spoon. And it's like, yeah, like, fucking defend your land. Like, I don't want a lot of you here. Like, you can be the nice, friendly bum. Right?
Okay,
that's honestly, an interesting theory.
If I were homeless, I would be like, this is my fucking fucking turf. Like, you are not going to be...
people live here with me.
So you essentially want to turn homelessness into like a sort of like an indentured servant / guardianship.
Yes, completely.
Like you want a mountain dog,
This is your
homeless
building.
man,
This is your
a
building.
sheepdog.
Yep.
That's just protecting the herd.
This is your building.
From other, you know,
This is your corner.
Yeah, this is your corner.
If crime happens on this corner, we're gonna put you in jail.
Sheepdogs are rare.
There's
protecting from
actually,
the
that's a
wolves.
bad incentive because then they'll make crime happen on the corner so they can get a place to stay.
Yeah, well, maybe we like
Three
hook
hots
them
and a
up a
cock
little
can be
bit with some
tempting.
shit, you know.
Especially living
Yeah,
in
what
these
if we
cold,
did that?
frigid
That
areas.
door guy job for doorman homeless is an interesting.
And then they
like,
have like a little nice shack. Maybe we throw
build
AC
them a little
in there.
ADL.
I've heard stories of dudes in San Francisco giving like homeless dudes they see every now and again, or like pretty much like you said, money to watch their cars.
Oh yeah,
so that no one breaks into their cars.
Totally
and
do it.
They'll do it for the most, but they'll be like, "Sure, brother, anything you need." You know,
they actually do it too. They actually do it too.
Yeah, they'll just sit there for like they're not moving, they're not leaving. They just fucking did their drugs. They're just chilling for 7 hours.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'll watch your car, bro.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, I park here 5 days a week. Like, you want to make $30,
and if you pay $200 a week to that guy, so your window doesn't break, it costs you $300 to repair a window. You're making money.
Like, that's smart.
Yeah, it's good business. That's arbitraging the market.
That's a great idea by those guys, the Silicon Valley geniuses. Yeah,
we've got about 30 seconds till these wings are going to have to come off. Any closing?
The TJ Millers of the world.
I don't know who that is, but
you should, dude.
I mean, maybe you shouldn't. Didn't he go?
I mean, he's kind of
diddle some kiddos.
He's
diddling.
Really?
Yeah,
allegedly.
That's why it's not allegedly.
I thought he got really drunk and was bad with staff at clubs around the country originally. That's why he was
touching.
I don't know.
Don't let me.
Just kind of. I don't know.
Hyper. Don't let me extremify that. I just assumed it was diddling kids. That's what everyone gets caught up for.
Even Diddy got it.
Speaking of the Epstein list, where's the Diddy list?
Yeah, are they going to release it?
No, we don't need the Epstein list. We need the Diddy list. The Diddy list.
Do you know who was the DA
dirty.
of LA County during the Diddy crimes? Who was the head?
I don't know, but they're on the Diddy list for sure.
Kamala.
Oh, nice. She's on the Diddy list. Could you imagine to see like
maybe we don't know.
Could you imagine just a leaked video of Kamala just riding the old Diddy shaft, just covered in oil?
Yeah,
that would be.
You know, apparently it wasn't as much baby oil as it was. Allegedly, I saw some reporting that it might have been GHB bottles.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I got a great GHB story.
After hours.
Okay.
If you want to check out Patreon, I'll try to get us mic'd up.
Is this the end of the pod?
No, this is the end of we're going to eat. We're going to flip over. We're going to take a little bonus time, just the boys.
Talk about some
GHB. Get more food and bellies with guests like this, head over to patreon.com/intolerable.
Yeah.
And, we'll be back with Dirty Darker After Hours. Okay. You want to do a station identification for us? Chris?
I just want to promote my new GHB bottle product, actually. That was just a light soft plug. $15.99. You can get it under VHS Cleaner. Stores near you.
We'll be right back.
All right.
There's nothing they can do.
We're back. We're live. It's the After Hours show. There's nothing that you can do as a viewer.
Yeah.
Because you're locked in, and so are we. Well, how were the wings? You had one wing.
I thought they were great.
Dude,
you can review it off of one wing.
Trying to lose weight, bro. I'm ketoing.
Well, wings are keto.
Trying to get back in the gym. Wings are get back in the gym.
Yeah.
So what do you give it, that wing, out of 10?
You know,
fat, dirty
didn't sauce it. A little dry under that.
You could have sauced it.
One thing I'm saying, you're getting extra points because I didn't sauce it. So under the pretextual notion that it could have been sauced, like a 7.9.
Nice.
All right.
Maybe an 8.
I like it. What about you?
I'm at an 8.9, better than the ribs.
Wow.
I thought those were phenomenal for just dry rub.
Out here.
Yeah.
That's a quality batch that you had.
Yeah, they were good. I liked them.
They're always better when the producers don't come. The fun fact.
Yeah.
Seriously, always. They always
Fuck
miss out.
You, Riley and Sam.
No, they're great guys.
I could beat both your asses at once. Good, dude. Like cross country.
We should host that.
They're awesome.
We should host
I love them. Yeah, I'd love to. I miss you guys.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Sam, hope you're doing well.
He caught the vid, allegedly.
They should absolutely fight Alex 2-on-1. That would be
we could sell it for the Patreon. That'd be great for 2 years down the road.
That'd be hilarious. All in good fun. Everyone's clearly signing forms
until I throw a mean elbow, and then
don't throw elbows.
You're talking to the guy that he messaged me before senior year of high school. Ultimate. He goes, "I got some new cleats." they've got metal spikes.
Oh yeah,
I go, that's illegal. It's against the rules. He goes, why do you think I got them?
They weren't checking that shit, and I was like, I'm gonna hurt you. Like
He's like, I'm gonna cut into your feet.
Yeah, if I take
Off
this
of your
shit
leg.
seriously, like I want to kill you. I remember Fruget said this to me, and
Dude,
I
okay.
had already thought of it.
That may be like impressive, Alex, and
Is
very, and very masculine. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think the all-time most aggressive masculine person to ever play that sport, Chris Giles, bro.
Yeah, fucking
Chris Giles.
dude, that
he
guy
was
was
like
dude.
off his rocker though.
That kid,
He was fun.
He was
dude,
inbred,
he
wasn't
couldn't
he?
see size. Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
He
second
couldn't
cousin.
see size.
He couldn't see size, dude. Like, if there are people out there that are like, I don't see color. Chris Giles couldn't see size, bro. He tried to fight like a 300-pound kid at
That's
one of our
awesome.
frisbee games. I think you were there,
Yeah,
Sean.
that's right.
And he was like, "Oh, fuck you up," like in the shaking hands line. And this
That's
guy's like,
great.
he's like a 300-pound Samoan kid, and he's like,
I'll
I'll
eat
beat
you."
the brakes off you all day, like talking mad game. I'm like, dude, this kid's like 105 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think we're hyped to get fifth
But
with the D team that year or whatever.
nice, dude. Well, with
Yeah,
that aggression,
didn't
I'm
know
surprised
about
you guys
that.
didn't take it all
You
the way.
played on that team, didn't you?
No.
Yeah.
That freshman year team, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
You were
fucking
on the
happen.
Varsity,
dude.
right?
I think you
AK was the
rode the
big,
bench.
big
Yeah.
team,
Watch
yeah.
watch them.
I watched the Kush go to work, baby.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that they were balling on that team. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that
And
was
they
the
won
start
state.
of the 4-peat they robbed from us our senior year.
Yeah. I shouldn't have taken so much Adderall before that and pulled a hammy. Yeah.
Got it.
Well, I guess you
Shit
would have been on
happens.
the field to argue with me, and that might have
Yeah.
swayed it because you would have
Right.
been the only person that would have.
I would have called everyone a you know what, and then
Well, that would have been a problem actually.
Yeah.
Maybe it was better you were on the
yeah, because our
sideline.
coach was a.
No.
Oh, dude, she was a
Come on
I
now.
remember.
Come on
her.
now.
What was her
Okay.
name?
None of
Kip.
that.
What was
None of
it?
that.
Kip.
None of
Thank
that.
you,
Leave it off.
Thank you, Kip. She's a great
Don't bring
lady,
a high
that
school.
woman.
I fucking hated her. I met with her 7 months after I graduated and was like, by the way, like, you're a total piece of shit. You played. I did. I was so mad. I was like, you played like Ryan, Timmy, and Cody Kirshner, like 80-90% of points. And our class didn't get that luxury. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I worked 4 years for that.
lady who's
and-
like a practicing attorney, like meets with him
Yeah.
on this is her day.
Yeah,
and then this is
and I
what
was,
he's-
and I was like, are you
That-
fuck?
okay.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like, you
fucking
wonder why
awesome.
we lost state, you fucking like bitch. Like, yeah, I was like, I got one
So
high
dumb.
school senior year to dominate. Nobody could hold our job strap.
You're like,
Like
I'm
we
gonna
have.
talk about this senior for the rest of my life.
Yeah, we have five. Yeah, we have like
Dude,
5
tell her how
kids.
it is, bro.
We have like 5 kids over 6 foot, and then like me, Fruget, and Sam, who are just
Yeah.
more athletically gifted than 90% of the neckbeards in frisbee.
Yeah.
And you're
Oh,
playing
dude.
like some little rat fuck, like for like half of the like state championship. Like, are you like? Yeah. Anyways, I'm still clearly getting
You cramped on the bet. You cramped.
I did cramp, yeah, but I don't. But it was like the tournaments in like Oregon and the tournaments in
But
Chicago.
yeah, no, I knew right.
It was like all the tournaments, and I was just like, "What is this like liberal bullshit we're doing right now? Like, aren't we trying to fucking win?"
well, it's the spirit of the game.
Yeah. In
Foundation of the sport.
Oregon, I
You
remember
can't.
in Oregon, I went up with one hand to sky some kid. He yanks it down. I go up with my left, catch it, score. He calls a foul. We had to have a spirit circle because I was like, "You're a." I was like, you're a total pussy for that. Like, that's bullshit. And he's like, yeah, whatever. After the game, comes up to me. After we like nullify, lose the game by like 1. He comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I just wanted to say, like, you're right. I fouled you," and then
Wow.
called it. And I was like, spirit of the game can suck my 4-inch hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
so you
would've-
know, the way you feel about him coming up to you after the game like that is the way Kip feels about you coming up to her 7 months after.
That's so funny, though.
That's
No,
so
I
funny.
100% support the Kip conversation. That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
I think it's
dude.
funny.
Yeah,
I think that is the fucking
I wasn't jaded
funniest
at all.
thing, dude. I think like, could you imagine what she was probably thinking? Like, dude, she probably didn't know what to say.
Yeah, she's like,
probably
I just have to sit through
dumbfounded.
this, and then I'll be, and then
I think that's awesome.
Dude, I was
love
like
that.
insane back then. I would just do some
Back
powder
then?
ball. Yeah, I get that still. Yeah. Shit, I was ordering hookers and going to rehab 9 months ago. Like, I'm not that much better. Yeah.
you're getting better every day. Come
I
on.
am, yeah.
Ordering
Give it more
hookers,
time.
bro. Were they nice?
Yeah. Some was not as advertised, but they
thought
were
about
still
it.
little
Some were not
Latinas
as
that
advertised. He
that
says.
didn't, speak a lick of English. Dropped
Wow.
off in a white, murked out, like, no, couldn't see in Escalade.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I guess I got to pay you.
Yeah, there were a lot of people. There were a lot of people peddling their services when we got to Vegas because we'd be doing the gun shows and shit, and the whores just love coming to the gun shows.
I mean, it's a great market for them.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's just a bunch of old jaded men with no wives or wives that are equally as fat and jaded as them, so they're not. I mean, I don't even think they could physically fuck if they tried. Yeah. So you need a little help from the whole escorts. But there were so many of them, dude. It was fucking
did you debate buying one?
I thought about it. I thought about it so many times. Because, dude, there were times where I would have, like, my own room.
Yeah.
What was that? And then fucking, we were at the Tuscany one time. Because my
Poppy Albrecht.
we were at the Tuscany because my boss, dude, wanted to impress his girlfriend that ended up leaving him, like, 2 weeks before.
Nice.
And so we were just, like, in our room at the Tuscany, and he was, like, in his room, and I was like, man, this would be a really good time to get some hookers.
Yeah.
But I didn't because I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
So, or a good guy is another way to put it.
Yeah. Well, I was more scared of, more scared of the hooker being a cop. Like, I wasn't, like, the moral ethic, the ethicality of that, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, but I was like, what if she's got a badge?
Some kid,
a nice pussy and a badge.
Phil Kruger reached out and was like, hey, saw the episode. Oh, like, what's the website?
He's fucking with you, probably.
Yeah. He was like, and then he was like, I'm just asking for the memes. And I was like, for sure, pal, like, Eros.com. Yeah, like a little thumbnail of like the website preview comes up and too. I was like, yeah, go get a hooker, Phil. If you're watching this, Phil, I hope you got STDs.
No, Phil, not Phil.
No, I just hope you got a hooker and had a good time. That's so funny.
Yeah, I was trying to raw dog her too. I think you remember that. Yeah,
I forgot
I was that drunk.
Wow, dude.
I should have told you both before. I forgot that. No names, no full names of people.
My bad.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah,
I never said it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, whatever.
I think you meant Dean.
Yeah, Dean. Yeah. Whatever.
Dean Luger.
Dean Luger.
From Pflugerville, Texas.
Just like slightly altered.
Chris, I want to know something about you. So what's your end goal?
This is the hour of I want to know something about you.
Yeah. What's your like
back and forth?
What's your like kid? You went to private school.
Okay, I don't know that reference, but like
wow. Hang on. I'm about to take your rap card.
You're embarrassed?
It's from
AK's never seen
from 8 Mile.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I think I have.
Tell me, what's my end game?
Yeah, what's your like 20-year goal in life?
I don't have one.
Really?
I don't have a 20-year goal.
Yeah, dude, I wish I had a 20-year goal. I don't.
How do you want to end up, buddy? You want to get a family?
I'd like a house.
Okay, you'd like a house
that you own or the government owns?
Oh, obviously that I own.
So you're not going to own a house 20 years, even if you do.
I'll build it myself.
Okay, that's possible.
Homestead.
That's fair.
I'll buy some land.
That's true.
And I'll homestead.
That's true.
And I'll find a gruff, able woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just grizz it out. That can have like massive 8 kids, but still do the work as she's pregnant. You know what I mean? Like just.
Are you being serious? Okay, let's hear the serious.
No, yes, I'm being serious, but I would hope she was attractive, actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, most women that are attractive, good-looking, well-to-do aren't like, yeah, let's go homestead in the middle of nowhere.
Nowadays, they are.
Not really. You'd be surprised.
Well, they don't really want to follow through with it. Yeah. They good point. They idealize
it. Yes, thank you. They idealize the lifestyle, and they're like, yeah, like, fuck everybody. But then they don't have, like, their...
any type of skills or follow through.
But then they also, like, just, like, are missing out with the girlies and not having Cosmos.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't be able to do it.
3 or 4 weeks, and then they missed the Jason Aldean concert, and then it's fucking over for you, dude. Like, they're going right back to the city. They're leaving you in your homestead and maybe your 3 or 4 goats, and then you know where that goes.
Yeah, you're gonna go fuck the goat. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Did you know you can catch chlamydia from a goat or a sheep?
No, I haven't looked into that.
That's crazy. I mean, I worked on a sheep farm in Loma.
Oh, really?
For a while, yeah.
That's cool.
Sheared a lot of sheep, dude.
Any pussy up there?
My boss just looks at me randomly one day as he's cutting the sheep up, and he's just like, you can get chlamydia from these. I was like,
yeah, he's like, you're looking
from
horny.
The shears or like the fucking animal, and he's like, oh, these sheep, you can get chlamydia.
Yeah.
Just so you know. And I'm like, and said it to me so earnestly, like it was like a genuine warning. Like, he was just like, I know, like, you young kids like to have your fun. Like,
right.
telling me like you can get STDs from these.
Yeah, don't
like,
fuck these sheep.
Oh my god! And I was living in this dude's motorhome at the time. It was crazy, dude.
Yeah, did he try and touch you or no?
Nah, he was 20-year Marine Corps veteran. Actually, he was a
good guy,
good dude.
That's one of the few good dudes you run across in the last 8 years of your.
I don't.
You have a rough go of it, guy.
I don't.
Well, he just runs across people that suck. It seems like
I've been dicked around and turned out a few too many times,
Really?
unfortunately,
Are
by
you
both business and love interests. but
Are you
that's
jaded?
Neither here nor there.
Well, he was jaded
I've been
before all
since I
that.
was
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, you really have been. Yeah. Yeah, you've
Me more
always just
jaded.
been like, fuck everybody.
But
in a good, healthy way.
Yeah.
but in a healthy, therapeutic.
If you're a white woman, then you'd have a whole new thing around you.
He'd read,
and
he'd
I'd
have
have
a
the
book.
sickest Bob, dude. I'd be like Karen. I would be a Karen, dude.
You'd be like Edna Mole.
It'd be like
Yeah.
me, but outspoken. Oh my god!
Yeah, instead you're a dude and you just
Everything
have
I
guns.
think to myself, I would just say.
yeah.
As a woman with no
Oh my god! Yeah, no
We appreciate that
consequences.
for a
Yeah,
second,
they
how good
block
that
you
joke
up
is.
for some of the
Fuck,
shit
dude.
you think. I bet.
Oh
yeah.
As a
Same
woman,
here.
though,
Well,
Yeah, as a woman though, you're entitled to your opinion vocally.
yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't care.
Fuck them. Yeah.
They're not. No politicians are throwing women out of windows for saying crazy stuff.
No.
They're throwing the men.
Yeah.
It's a dirty man's job to
Yeah.
get thrown out of a window
It
for
is.
political.
Yeah. Yeah. For just fucking our
issues.
horrible, dark thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly. Yeah.
man.
ugh.
The dark thoughts of men.
Where do you want to be in 20 years?
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you have any questions for him?
I was literally thinking for the last 2 minutes. I was
About
like,
what
what
we're-
were we trying
Yeah.
to talk about
Oh.
originally?
You know-
You can go back and forth at each other with questions. if
Hey,
you have any.
yeah, perfect.
Well, yeah, homesteading, dude. So that's
Okay,
why
yeah.
that was another reason why the last relationship didn't work out. Is she wanted more and was too young to go and just live sedentary like that, like away from people and like a quiet life.
Do you crave community or no?
No,
Yeah.
You do.
I
to some extent. You
so-
need it to some extent.
I crave.
Humans
I don't
need
crave community. I crave fellowship, not desperation, as for a relationship, but I
it.
yearn.
People working together in the struggle.
I yearn.
For the minds. You yearn for the minds?
Yeah, for the minds, for one, yes.
You yearn for the minds.
I yearn
dude.
for the minds. I yearn for the multinational conflicts, and I also yearn for the physical touch of a lovely woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
so,
you yearn for your tax
No, I-
dollars going to Israel.
No, I know the word. I yearn for companionship. I don't
There
care
you go.
about fellowship in the sense
what about bros?
fuck a local barbecue, bro. And see, I'm down with bros, but what I don't like about bros is and I haven't had really a relationship with a homie like that, is that I don't have I don't know anyone I can just sit down and chill with anymore.
Really?
No, it's always got to be we're doing
You're on a
something
podcast
or we're
with
getting. This is sitting down and chilling though. This is you are two. You two are some of the few.
yeah.
Word.
I'm
But
saying,
saying,
don't exclude me from your heart.
But I'm just saying, I just don't one, I don't have a lot of energy to do things outside of working, fucking trying to work out, and then just sitting in my basement being depressed.
Right.
So I get that takes a
Just
lot
so
of
you know,
energy.
you have to break free of that
That takes
cycle
a lot
or
of
it will
energy.
just continue
I'm
to
saying.
eat away.
No, I know. But I'm just saying. But
big
also
segue.
too, it's
I've been there.
it's also too I don't want to just go out and hang out at the local barbecue, but and also I just anyone that I've hung out with or met, I always have let's go do something. I can't be yo, you just want to chill. I just don't know anyone like that anymore. You know what I mean? It just life is too busy, and I just don't constantly doing shit, especially on my days off, and no one ever wants to just do nothing. And it's fuck.
Yeah.
And also too, if they don't want to actually go do something or an activity or some shit like that, they want to go to a bar and drink.
Yeah, facts. No, it's
so
true.
that's the other end of the spectrum.
That's tough for you. You can't, dude.
Yeah, that
I
sucks.
feel for you how you can't go to bars.
Oh,
that
that's shitty.
sucks because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
so ingrained in our society.
Because he came on and he was like, I can go to bars and hang out. I'm like, what are you doing? That's a
That's
terrible idea.
That's
Oh, I
60.
still do.
No, I know you.
That's
When you were
60
explaining to me about how it's different for you.
And that's 60-70%, and nowadays, where social interaction
Yeah,
happens,
or where you're trying to
kids.
get hoes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, right.
That's
right.
you could just be that guy that just walks down the street and is like, yo, girl, you're pretty. What's your number? But that's fucking weird.
Yeah, for
And
the most
also,
part.
that type of energy expenditure to do weird things like that is not the way. You could do that, and
Yeah.
but
Better online dating, honestly.
exactly, yeah. I was just pull the fatties, man.
So, dude, but that's not. During COVID, I was like, wow, I guess I'm just ugly as shit because I'm matching with 400
that's how it
pounders.
works.
Yeah, but then you go in person and I'm like, oh, okay, I can pull hoes for sure.
Well,
We're
no,
good.
So the thing is with Tinder is that one, if they're sexy bitches, that there's 10,000 men that have swiped before.
Right,
so
right.
you're just in a random algorithm. It could take them 6 months to swipe
see.
enough for them to even
Yeah.
see you. One. And two, everyone's fucking realistic. Everyone's expectations on those apps are so unrealistically inflated
Yeah.
that all these bitches are like, oh my gosh, this isn't like the perfect dream man that I've always wanted within the 1 percentile of men that I need and like I enjoy.
Yeah. Which are fake to begin with.
Yeah, swipe. And so like, and they just have way too high expectations. They think that they're looking for like the perfect person, and that's just like unfortunately not real.
And they get to pick through all the men. Like,
yes, and also too, like, we're not bad looking dudes by any means, but there are superior men.
Yes.
You know, like even if it's like it could be 0.5%, those superior men are still getting the swipes.
Are still getting 95% of the swipes.
Exactly. So it's just like...
Yeah. No, I feel you. It's
a rigged game. It's a hung jury.
It's a rigged game for the top.
In a social atmosphere,
going to figure
those are different things, but fair enough.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Chris, so you said you
it's his turn for a question.
Oh, really?
Give him a question. I have no questions.
Okay.
You don't...
So you guys talked about depression. Explain. Like, do you find yourself sitting in your basement too often? And
well, yeah, I live there.
Well, yeah, but like, would you say you get depressed a lot in your free time or no?
Yeah, I mean, when I start thinking,
okay, yeah,
I'm just like,
me too, man.
Like,
I try to not think for that.
I think
same
the biggest
reason.
thing is like, looking back, all the stupid things I've done are very simple decisions in the time, you know, like at that one point, like small decisions that are like took me 2 seconds to make, like detrimentally set my life back. And so like looking like back on that type of stuff makes me sad, and it makes me depressed because it could have been so easily avoidable, I guess. Like just like even making like singular nights of deciding to drink have ruined like relationships I've had for years. Or like even just saying something that I otherwise wouldn't have said if I wasn't drunk. Yeah, right. Ruined relationships I've had for years.
Right. No, I feel you.
So
I drank one night and lost a great job I loved for 3 years.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so, I get what you mean.
But then looking back, that's depressing because it was literally like one short-term decision that could have been so easily like overlooked. But like during like, it's hard to explain. But when you're in that process of making that decision, it feels so small, and that's what's depressing. Is it's like I wish I could recognize those things when they were happening, not like. In hindsight,
you get the
later,
syndrome of like, I wish it was the good,
that's what depression is, though.
Days,
that's what depression is, living relative to the past. Anxiety is living relative to the future, not having understanding what's going to happen. So, like, I live probably a lot more in the past than I do worrying of the future.
Yeah.
Because if I worry about the future, then I just drink. Yeah. Because, like, if I worry about the future, bro, then I'm like, oh, boy, I don't want to worry about that shit anymore. I'd rather be depressed, so I do depressants and I get drunk.
Right.
You know? So, like, it's like a kind of a...
Yeah,
it's a hard
how do you live in the
balancing
moment,
act.
You know?
Yeah, I try to as much as I can, and that's why I'm saying, I guess it goes back to not thinking. Yeah. Like, it's not that I don't think, it's just like, I try not to think about relative, like bad memories, but when I do, it, like, brings me to bad spots.
Right.
So I keep myself busy.
That's a great idea. I'm on antidepressants, actually.
What kind?
The first time. I'm on Lexapro.
I took Lexapro for 11 months, and I was completely sober for 7 of them.
Did you like it?
So when I was with Cassidy, and the reason I got together with the latest one is I was completely sober.
Ruined my life real quick. Let's hear it about Lexapro. No. I thought you were going to tell me Lexapro.
No, Lexapro was great. It was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Why aren't you on it?
I don't have insurance.
Oh, isn't that fun?
I turned 26, got off my parents' insurance, and I missed the application like period for Medicare or Medicaid, whichever one the young one is.
Damn.
Yeah. So like my insurance ran out, and so I just like had to wean myself off. I couldn't.
So you've been on Lexapro recently?
Yeah.
Dude, what do you think about the dick side effects?
The only thing that it fucked with me is I couldn't come sometimes.
Yeah, same.
That was it though.
But it would take longer to come too.
But my chick was down, bro. She's like, we're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
And so like it at first I was like, that's chill, I can last forever. But then it was annoying because like there were some times where like I would last so long I get too tired. Yeah. And like then I'd be like, this isn't fun. Like I can't. And then I'd be frustrated.
Yeah. Then you get me. I've been there.
Because I'm like, what? Why did I waste all that time? Yeah. But other than that though, dude, like it didn't really make me feel like happy, but like I literally was just like, okay, like
same.
Just indifferent,
like,
same, not in a bad way. I'm just like,
no, like shit would happen, and you're like, it happens to me, and I'm like, that would have fucked me up a little bit, and now, and you're like, whatever. It's pretty nice.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's kind of like alcohol in that, where like if you're really drunk, you can be like you can look at like a shitty thing and be like, whatever. You know,
it's a dampening, right?
But also too, though, like
it dulls you a little.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's one thing that I did notice that I do and don't like about it is that like there are things that like would happen to me or like experiences that were negative, and like I knew that like like my initial conscience and like moral being would be upset. And like I like in a typical time where I wasn't on antidepressants, I probably would have said something to stand up for myself, but the antidepressants were just like, it's not.
Yeah, interesting.
Don't worry about it.
Interesting.
But then like I think about it later, I'm like, man, I should have stood up for myself. And like that kind of like that kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I was
bet
just
it
like,
bothered you.
I didn't like normally where I would like be that subjective, like stout individual. Like I was just like,
well, that's part of who you are, dude.
Klübe.
Because like you've always just been like, you're like, I'm gonna actually be an asshole about this because like you've crossed the line.
It matters.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you're not one to let something go.
Well,
like
not,
when
if
someone's
it matters
wronged
a lot
you.
to me.
Yeah, right,
but,
right.
100%, dude. And so like, but like, yeah, Lex probably was like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, which is good. And I think
it can be really helpful if you need that. Like if you can't handle it otherwise, but it can,
Well, like if you want to be like in, like if you're like, I need to stop like fucking standing on this ground because it's fucking my life up, maybe then it's good. But if like you feel like, no, that's part of who I am. Like dude, you, I think are like, I'm not gonna.
I mean, it's like
you're principled.
Yeah, it's one that could be helpful and also not. Like, I've walked out of jobs because of, like, shit like that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So that, I mean, you could argue, like, yeah, you shouldn't be there if people are gonna bring you to that extent of, like, like stress. Yeah. But, like, also, too, you know, like, it's not necessarily a good thing to walk out on your job for moral.
Yeah, no,
like,
not at all.
Like, you won the moral battle as I'm, like, sleeping on the park bench with no money.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, some battles aren't worth dying for.
No, right, well, yeah.
You know, like, hills, you know.
Would I say, Chris, I think you're someone who at times could die on hills that are not good for you.
Highly unnecessary.
Yeah, right, yeah.
For sure.
That will
I've gotten better about that, but I would die on some stupid hills back in the day.
Oh, for sure, dude. 100%.
Even now, I probably will look back and be like, oh, you're dying on hills.
There's some hills that are moderately small. That may not be worth dying on.
Yeah, but like the fall of said hill is like, oh god, like you're getting a little too close to like homelessness or ruining a great thing, you know?
Totally. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah. Are you on antidepressants?
No, I take medicine for my ADHD, but I'm pretty good at
called Adderall or no?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing. The legal meth.
Legal meth. Take some Adderall.
Yeah,
I wish they still gave everybody Adderall. That'd be tight.
Oh, did they? I heard they really cracked down on that.
Dude, Germany would give their soldiers
methadone,
up until like,
methadone.
dude, did you know that they stopped doing that in like 88?
Yeah,
really?
Like very recently.
Yeah, like as far as history goes, like pretty recently, like they were just like, take this meth, like in the 80s, dude.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Fucking
Go fuck
Christ.
some colored people out, take this meth.
Yeah, they're like, take this meth. Well, I mean, Germany hasn't fucked colored people up for quite some time.
Oh, really?
But,
okay, I didn't know. I figured they were racist.
No, actually. Really? They're pretty chill about it. There's a couple far-right groups in Germany. There's way more far-right racists in America than Germany.
I bet.
By far.
Yeah.
By far. Also because there's way more people.
I kind of want that as like a... Yeah. So, okay, I got a question.
I kind of want that.
No, not for myself.
Cut that.
But, no, I got a question for you guys.
I kind of want that.
So, like, fucking... okay, so, like, hypothetical family, right? Family in-laws you're marrying. Do you want like a gun-touting fucking hard right-winger extremist or left-wing extremist? More.
I'd rather have a left one.
Why? Because he's not sketch.
Well, those cynical right-wingers, dude, that are like just like can't like they literally see red when you have any like opposing opinion or anything that you say or do is like in their opinion wrong. You have no recourse, bro. Like Papa Cleat is up on the deck and you just, upset his daughter and she's upset and then, things got wrong and she came over to sleep and you came to pick her up and he just shoots you with his gun.
Yeah, right. All right, what about a moderately...
Like, I'd much rather get yelled at and be called a right-wing scumbag than fucking just shot in the chest on some random Hicks property.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's true. Well, yeah, I guess I don't mean that, but... Like,
then it's a good answer.
It's a fair answer. There's a fine line to where, like, it gets to the point where, like, it's just unhinged, like, mental... Like, I can understand, like, dude, support who you want, support Trump, but, like, dude...
And then it's unhinged on both sides.
Making it identifiable as, like, your only subject matter of, like, interaction and then just being like, fuck anybody that has any dissenting opinion. Yeah. Like, dude, that's so scary.
Oh, I know. It's where our country's going, scary. Too. Like, that's one thing I'll agree with your whatever is
that's too much.
Yeah, right. It's very polarized. It's getting, like, violently polarized.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it.
That's what I'm saying. The pendulum, it's going to break.
What happens? Would you want the pendulum to break in our lifetime? I think you kind of do.
I think you do.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to watch.
I'm not saying
it would be a good thing, but I think it'd be like, just to be like, yeah,
Yeah, I bet.
Finally.
Finally.
I just sit back, drink some coffee, light my cigar.
Nah, you'd be drinking beer at that point.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
You want to be alert,
No,
dude.
at that point I'd be like, it's my time.
Yeah, dude,
I've been waiting.
load.
I've been waiting for this. You can't be. Maybe have like a shot of brandy right before I go out into the streets.
Nice, yeah, dude. Would you
No,
you want to stay in your home, right?
Realistically, though, that's like probably the worst thing you could possibly do in a scenario like that. Like, just go into your basement, bro. Shit's gonna pop off, and like half the country is gonna be dead in fucking 7 days, and then everything is just gonna fall apart, and then 3-4 months it'll all start to come back.
Okay.
There will never be a time where like civilization or any
humans
society
are really good at
just
getting
divulges
through.
into nothingness and chaos and anarchy. It'll eventually
social order will
whether
happen,
it's good or whether it's good or bad,
yeah.
it'll come back if something like that were to happen.
Yeah, because it makes life easier for everyone.
Yeah. Except for
everyone.
Except for the conservatives.
Okay. Another one.
I don't know, man. All my conservative uncles have had their lives made really hard by the liberals. They tell me all the time how hard their lives are because of the liberal agenda,
crazy.
bro.
Like what? Just
Did
dumb
so
shit.
many stupid things. Dude, my uncle is like, he's like, remember guys, vote, like get to the polls, and he's like, Trump, like vote for Trump. Like, this Kamala bitch is insane.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
she sucks dick.
I get it, dude, but like, come on, bro.
You know who Willie Brown is? The guy, the mayor of San Fran, she was sucking off to rise up in the ranks. My dad's from San Francisco and was there when he got elected.
He was on the ground.
And
she was on the ground when Kamala.
No, there's like a news clip of her going like, she's up there with him as one of his like 10 side hoes because it was the 90s and you could do that. And Willie Brown's celebrating, and a reporter comes up and is like, "Oh, you must be Willie Brown's daughter," because he was also black. And it's just like, it's like, I'm just hitting that young lawyer. And then like then she was like the DA of San Francisco before long.
Jesus Christ.
Sucking the right hog. My dad loves to bring that up. Yeah, he's nothing but a fucking good for nothing.
Dude, so all my entire side of my dad's family are like Christian right wing.
Word.
So they're like pretty much like it, like Trump is God's chosen, chosen candidate.
Especially since
they must have loved when he posted
they're not like extremists. Like they're like they would be like, oh, like hey, like shake their hands to their neighbors, like give someone a free meal off the street. But then they're literally just like the liberals are Satan. Like it's so crazy how they literally, it's so black and white for those types. Yeah. Like they're just like, it doesn't matter. Like what's that? But the first thing, we went shooting the other day, and the first thing he said to me was after the debates, he was like, they just did not give him a fair shake. Like completely unprompted. No one said anything. We're like, oh, Trump. He's like, gosh, it was so biased. I just can't believe it. They wouldn't even give him a chance to talk. Like,
oh, dude.
And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Trump dug his own fucking grave on that one. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
do you tell him that?
No, because it's not the thing. Dude. Like, it's not
It's a horrible idea.
Not with that family, dude. They'll genuinely take it personally and just be like, question their beliefs for the whole night.
I wish I got.
It'll just ruin it.
I feel like what I've found in this podcast is I like to ask you questions about your takes. So can we keep going?
Sure.
Okay. What do you think about
4 minutes?
What do you think about marketing major chicks who just blew frat dudes all 4 years, working from home for a $70K salary job at 22?
I mean, dude, more power to him. I wish I could have done that.
Why didn't you?
I'm not attractive enough to blow dudes.
No, you know what I mean. Why don't you go? Okay, Chris.
I've been telling you that for a while.
I actually
do. When I go to bars, like when I used to go to bars and shit like that, I would get hit on way more by gay men.
Dude.
Okay,
way more for whatever reason. I think the mustache. They think I'm like a soft top.
Yeah, right.
They're like, oh, he's kind of rough, but he's still like got a soft jawline. So they think I'm just like a little pillow top. Yeah, but I'm not. Not a pillow top.
Why don't you go back to school, Chris? Then, if you're not gonna shit on those people,
I would. I just don't have like the physical and emotional energy to do that shit, dude.
Really?
I hate being told what to do.
Yeah.
And you'd have to sit through 4 years of white men bad.
I hate being scheduled. Yeah, I hate being on scheduled itineraries to go learn something that I could literally do in 5 minutes in my own book.
Yeah, you always said that back in the day. You were like, you can get a college education from a public library.
That's a quote from Good Will Hunting.
Oh.
And I love that movie.
It's true. I do too.
But it's true.
It's true.
And it's funny because in that scene that he says, the guy he's talking to, he's like, well, I'll have a degree.
Yeah, and
he's like,
you'll be working at McDonald's.
That may be true. but at least I'm not original or some shit like that. It was tight. It was a good quote. But it's true though. Like, I mean,
but the guy who said that also had a point where he was like, "You're going to be serving me and my kids fries
on the way to their ski trip."
Right. Which is a fucked reality.
And to quote Matt Damon, he's like, "That may be true.
Yeah,
but at least I won't be on original."
Right, but like, I mean, fuck. Who cares? Like, he gets to live the leisure life of a lord, and you're fucking.
It's not that great though. Like,
but he's a Hunter S. Thompson type.
Being a total fucking douchebag like that, and like being a sellout to like just like a generic lifestyle, just for what? To say you have it?
No, to be like comfortable.
If that's what you want,
you just get to go buy more things.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
To people like Chris and I,
to me, my lifestyle is not worth like just a heavy set grind to make money. Like, I just don't. It's not. It doesn't. That's not what motivates me, dude.
No, that's fair. I'm glad I'm asking.
You know, like, it's just not ever. It never has what's ever motivated me.
I just asked because I know how smart you are.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
so
you
smart.
could easily fucking do any. So like, that's why
I asked, get this book over.
I just
can
can't
I ask you
handle
as a friend?
rigidity, dude. I can't handle
Can I
structure.
ask you as
so,
a
like,
friend?
The thing is, dude, I get burnt out if I were to do like college and something like that. Like, if I were to go and take classes, there are points where like I just physically have to stop. Like, I have to take a break. Like, I will burn out, and like those
I've got
types
something
of
for
things
you.
don't allow you to do that.
I've got something
like
for you.
even like a 2-week break. If I could just stop doing everything, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But you just there are some
can't.
circumstances where you can't in those situations, and like I don't want to go in and pay a bunch of money and then have a burnout like that, and then drop the fuck out, and then you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel you.
And so there's just like a lot.
I'm not trying to be offensive.
No, it's not offending.
Yeah,
it's just like I explain this to people all the time.
Yeah.
But like, it's just there's too much like potential and what ifs to go and invest that money, and also I don't know what I want to do. Right. Like I wouldn't even know the first thing I'd want to do for higher education. Like I don't know what the fuck. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to know.
Like I like things, and there's certain stuff that I enjoy, but like to go and just dedicate my life to, like I just don't think I have anything that I find that I hold that dearly.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I don't think me or Sean hold dearly what we do.
No, I don't even use my degree in what I do other than every single day of my life because I use it as a
But it was
toolkit,
also, you guys were like, it's a smart life decision to do that and to have that.
Well,
and
I did it differently than most of our generation. I treated it like a job.
Like, I also, like, admittedly was really naive growing up. Like, had I known now the opportunities that, like, going to college would open for you, not even educationally, financially, but just socially, I would have gone in a heartbeat.
Why socially? What do you mean? Pose?
Just people, friends, connections. Like, dude, I don't have, like, I just don't know anybody. You know what I mean? Like, like the only people I know are from Monarch High School.
Really?
Otherwise, I make them randomly. I make friends randomly in the world, and that just is not common if you don't go to bars. You don't have like a thing that you do, like, or that you enjoy religiously, or you have a career where there's other like-minded people with you. So, like, if I had known what social like advantages going to a college would bring me, I would have.
Yeah, I have no friends from college.
Have you heard of War Mode?
A what?
War Mode, the show?
No.
Oh, I feel like you would. You're missing War Mode in your life. It's I
also can't watch shows though.
It's like it's McCusker's, Matt McCusker's older and two older brothers, I think they do a pod, but it's
Matt McCusker's fucking hilarious.
You would love this pod, War Mode.
Yeah,
you would be big.
Yeah, it's also hard to like have social relationships though,
because they talk about the shit you're talking about. Like
the only times that I can engage and sit down and do one thing at all is when I'm having conversations like this with people I know.
Right,
like at my house, dude. I would be lucky to be able to sit down on my couch and attentively watch a 45-minute television show without either one, like, objectively checking my phone or, like, having to move or do something. Yeah. Like, I just can't, like, it's either undiagnosed ADHD or just, like, depression, anxiety combination that doesn't let me relax. Like, it's one of those things. But it just makes it hard. Like, I just have a lot of combinations socially that don't go well together. That make it like that handicapped me. That's funny. Like, I swear, the last 4 girls I've dated have all been like nice and pretty and all that, but they all have been like autistic because they have like the same social functionality as me, dude.
Right.
And it's funny. Like, I've noticed that I don't even really try, but like when those people are around me or I interact with those people, it's just like immediate. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just like, oh, like we are like similar in the fact that we can like yeah, exactly. Like it's just like for whatever reason, like there's like I wouldn't say like a tribal like like instinctual like movement to go, but I'm just like but it's like it's hard to explain, but it's a different feeling than like talking with another person, like a standard regular person. Like I'm immediately just like, oh, you're on my wavelength.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, I guess
that does make sense.
And they could even just have no similar interests, and I can just tell them like, oh, you think the same way, sure.
Right. That's sick, though.
Yeah, and that's just rare. I don't get that a lot with people.
All right, we gotta get you out of here. I'm not hiding you. All right, were you around for hiding
On
your
that
last
note.
appearance?
Huh?
Were you hided?
I've never been hided.
Reese's.
Oh, I gotta hide you then.
Because I was like helping.
Can I go get my Reese's?
Helping. I wasn't
never got to do your
hideable. I was never a
Hello?
guest formally.
Yes, you were.
I'm
No.
gonna get my Reese's.
We only ever went on with
We're almost
McConnell.
done.
Okay.
The only time I was ever a guest, we
forget
did the
them.
video and you never released it. It was a 45-minute one that we did talking about mental health, and you never released it.
Why? Because it was fucked up.
Or was
No.
it post surgery?
This is the first one we ever videotaped.
Huh.
Yeah, I think I have the full video on my phone that you sent to me.
Huh. Okay. If
Anyhow.
maybe we can figure out how to put that on something because I didn't
On the Patreon.
unintentionally. I'm not trying to nuke. There was a
it's good
nuking of
content.
files at some point unintentionally, but all right.
It's good content.
How tall do you stand physically?
He's hung.
Soft 6'5". I'm 6'1" on a good day.
All right. I heard height 6'4".
Hell yeah, dude.
Big hog.
I would like to
You got a bigger
6'5",
heart.
but
Yeah, I'm 6'4",
I mean-
Chris.
damn it.
Your heart?
What's your heart?
Oh, 5'6", I think you gave me.
He's the first
Because
negative.
I was sleeping
He's
with
the
like
only
7
negative
different
heart
women or
height
something.
differential
Oh, yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, well, damn, bro. It's a body count.
I know, I thought it
Alright,
was
before we
pretty-
go,
it
what's the
It's a
body
great
count?
episode.
I don't know. It's like 50s.
Jesus.
Only?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be higher. I like stopped counting at like 20. So like I like don't even know where to start counting again.
So it's like
the faces
100,
just
maybe?
mold together, I bet.
Yeah, I do.
That's
But
crazy.
What are you at?
Oh, like 14, 15. Somewhere in there.
Spreading your seat all right though.
Something in there.
Yeah,
I've gotten laid.
yeah.
Did you know the average
This is a great
the
stat.
average American, I can't remember what it is. It's either 4 or 7. But the average American
In their
person
lifetime.
has 4 sexual partners in their lifetime.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? That's
There's some
average.
serious fucking zeros bringing the average down.
Yeah.
Like,
but there's also no, but so the 0 can only bring the average down by multitudes of literally zeros.
No, it's a full multitude. It's a full magnitude. You got to remember that.
Yes,
From
well-
0 to, I always tell you about
Yes,
this.
but then
That
you've got dudes who are fucking putting up like numbers in the thousands.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. The difference of that
Like-
1,000 pull from the 0 to
Yeah.
1 level is so
Yeah.
different.
Dude,
That's what we're
in
trying
our
to explain.
generation-
So,
in our
but, the fact
generation-
that it's still 4.
Yeah,
There's
that's
with
crazy.
dudes out there like
That's a great point from
Yeah,
stats
and
level.
then there's 4 stank pussies, and that's their
and
life.
That's the life. Yeah, and then you do what you do what you hate for 25 years, and you die.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they just back shots every
And you
night.
pay the government. You're a slave. You're basically a
Yeah.
tax slave.
You pay the
They should
government
really-
like
That's
1.9
crazy. So-
million to their taxes for Social
I will
Security, and they
say-
give you like a third of that.
in
I think,
fucking
something like that.
in sorry, I know we gotta end, but in today's day and age, there really is the concept of like 80% or like 20% of men are pulling 90% of the women.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's probably a
Way
crazy
more-
metric.
yeah, way-
like that.
Yeah, like
way
it's
more
foul.
disproportionate.
The stats are skewed.
But hey,
for
it's
sure.
good to be kings.
Good to be king.
Yeah. Good to be Nordic white kings.
Yeah, we're in the 20%.
Fuck off and be well.
Yeah.